folks. Good morning. Good to see you on this Thursday morning, May the 6th. Hope you're off to a good start today. Hope you got your coffee. We have our coffee today, actually out of the, look at that, out of the church mug. Aren't you glad to have that? We're usually a Dunkin' family. Like, we drink a lot of Dunkin' Donuts coffee, but we're doing the Sam's brand donut shop. Is that Sam's brand?
It is. It is the Members Mark.
Members Mark, Sam's, the donut shop. And it's actually really good. So, it's hot. Well, there you go. Kind of strong this morning.
Sorry.
It's good. No, I like it. It's good. All right. Good to be with you. I'll start with a joke, and then we'll jump right into the devotional. Are you ready?
Yes, sorry.
She's ready. Owen, are you ready for the joke?
I'm ready.
All right.
Are you ready for the joke?
Here we go. What do you call a boomerang that doesn't work? A stick.
Oh, you gotta work.
I thought that was a good one. That is awful. All right. And this morning I'm sharing the table with, you'll notice I'm kind of off-centered. Usually we're over here with the child cabinet. I'm off-centered. I'm sharing the table with my father-in-law. So he's over here at this end doing his work, and I'm at this end doing my work. So, but I'm not going to be long. Here we go. We're going to jump in and talk about how we are shaped. Remember, we've been talking about shape, your spiritual gifts, your heart, your abilities, your passions, your energies, all of that stuff. How you are shaped to serve, how we're, all that goes on. This morning, we're going to talk about how we're shaped to love God. And we see there's one day that a man asked Jesus a question, and he said, "Hey, Jesus, which of the commandments is the most important? What's the most important one that I have to follow? I want to make sure I get that one right." And so Jesus answered him that, and this is our scripture for the day, so I'm going to throw that up on the screen. The scripture for the day is this, and this was Jesus' answer. You must love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, all your mind, and all your strength. And so that's what it comes down to when this guy answered or asked Jesus the question, "Hey, what do I have to make sure that I get right while I'm here? What is it? What's the most important commandment? What's the most important thing?" And Jesus answered, "This is what it all comes down to. He didn't put you on the planet. You weren't created to mark off things on your to-do list, or to we were laughing the other day, helping the boys clean their room, and apparently Nathan has a bucket list now, and it's hanging on his wall that he wrote and taped onto his wall. So, but he didn't create you to complete a bucket list or a to-do list. He put you on earth to do these four things: love the Lord your God with all your heart, all your soul, all your mind, all your strength. Now, what does that really mean? How do we do that? Well, we're going to quickly run through these, and for the next couple of devotionals in the morning, we're going to hit each one individually. So here's the first one. Loving God with all your heart often happens when you're talking. We were just in Matthew chapter 15 this past couple of weeks in our Wednesday night Bible study. And we've known what goes into your mouth comes back out of your heart. So these things that we take into us, they come back out. And so when we love God with all of our heart, often what happens, that love, what we see comes out when we're talking. It's how you share the gift of communication with the world, with people around you. Loving God with your heart means that communication aspect. Loving God with all your soul happens when you're feeling. Sharing compassion, different things like that. Loving God with all your mind that's pretty simple, right? It's when you're thinking, when you're giving consideration, when you're having ideas. And finally, loving God with all your strength happens as you're doing. One of the most important parts, when you're making a contribution, not just speaking, not just having ideas, not just thinking, all that stuff, but actually when you're doing, when you're serving. So, another way to say it is that you can love God with all of your talk, all of your feelings, all of your thinking, and all of your acting. Heart, soul, mind, strength. Talk, feelings, thinking, acting. God calls each person to love him in a different way. And that's the great thing. He calls us. He gives us all these different spiritual gifts and stuff that we operate through, but he wants us to live and act in the ways that we were created. And God calls each person to love him in these different ways. The world needs communicators. The world needs people who are full of compassion and consideration for others. He needs people who are contributing with all of their strength, with all of their actions. But the reality is that your personality causes you to tend to lean either towards one of those four. And so for the next 4 devotional mornings that we have, we're going to look at the strengths and the pitfalls of these 4 areas. Today we're just going to briefly hit on communicators. Just briefly. The people who most naturally love Jesus with their hearts. Heart people are talkers. Do you know any talkers? You probably know some talkers, right? They're the ones that have a hard time being quiet. When you're a heart person, you've got to let it out. You've got to tell about it. You've got to tell others about it. Heart people love to tell stories that go on and on and on and continue to tell them over and over and over again. They love to sit and converse, especially those deep conversations that sometimes those who are not heart people kind of have a hard time sitting through. You know what I'm talking about? The world needs those people who are communicators. They need teachers. We need counselors. We need coaches. We need leaders and directors. We need comedians. We need preachers. We need all these people who are built on verbal skill and who are able to move it forward by loving God with all of their heart. Ephesians chapter 4, verse 29, the Bible says this: "Let everything you say be good and helpful. Everything you say be good and helpful, so that your words will be an encouragement to those who hear them." See, when talkers use the right words at the right time, now that's the key, right? Right words, right time. They can restore, they can encourage, they can build up, they can help heal and mend broken hearts. They can also use their abilities to guide and to direct and point people in the right direction. But God's warning for talkers, for those heart people, is also this: you have to act. You have to act. Proverbs 14:23, "Hard work is worthwhile, but empty talk will make you poor." This means you eventually have to act on what you've been talking about. You have to act on what you've been talking about. Some people never get past that discussion phase, do they? What things have you been talking about doing? What have you been talking about? I think the most important thing is that we don't just sit and talk about it. I mean, yes, we need to do that so we can put a plan together, but we don't just sit and talk about it, we do it. We do it. And we see how God uses your words and actions to make a difference in this world. We kind of talked about that as we discussed our passions. You know, God needs each and every different person to make his plan come forward. We're all important parts of the body, and that includes you. So I want to encourage you. Use the gifts that God has given you. Love the Lord your God with all of your heart, all your soul, all your mind, all your strength. And go out and be the person that he created you to be. Now, it looks different in everybody's circumstance, and that's the great thing, because if we all look the same, it'd be really boring. But it looks very different. The important thing is we get up and we go. All right. That's it. Man, 10 minutes on the dot. We are done. Good to be with you. Hope you're off to a good start today. If you need anything, make sure to call, email, text, let us know. We'll be at the church for a little bit today, getting some stuff done. I believe the homeless fed last Saturday, so there's no activities this Saturday. And we'll see you again for worship on Sunday morning at 10:30. And reminder, we're getting down to the deadline. Reminder, this is Mother's Day. So men, children, if you have a mom, make sure that you honor them today. All right, guys. Love y'all. Appreciate you. Hope you have a great day. We'll talk to you soon. Many blessings. See ya. Remember, as he's been a blessing to you, be a blessing to others. Bye-bye.